Hi, I've just loaded this video up basically to put out a warning about certain people who are very unprofessional in the way that they conduct their business. Their company name is State Mercantile. Now, I have permission from a State Mercantile representative to broadcast this on YouTube and also to broadcast this generally, which I'm going to do on the Australian Independence Radio, which is an international broadcast. And basically it's to point out that these people ring clients up, well, they're not even their clients, they ring people up who owe money to people such as cash converters and bother them. They're basically bother boys, and they try to collect the debts because a debt might be outstanding, but there are mitigating circumstances to why sometimes a debt can be outstanding. Now, in the case of my son, Paul, it was a case of he moved addresses and forgot to tell them where the address was, and they sent some paperwork to the old address and it got returned, so they thought that he'd cleared out. Anyway, he has spoken to cash converters and made an arrangement to pay them the $81, and that'll be done tomorrow. But I just want to put this recording up so that you can hear the way the State Mercantile people carry on the phone and trying to bully people into giving them dates of birth and all sorts of information that they do not require. And yeah, so I just want you to hear the recording and just to make you aware of the sort of people that you may have phone you if you are late paying a payment with cash converters.
Hello, Lena speaking.
Hello, who is this?
Am I speaking with Paul Coyle?
You're speaking with Paul Coyle's father, who has power of attorney. Now,
you have power of attorney? Okay, do you have paperwork to be sent through for that, please?
I don't need to do that to you, because send anything to you, because as I've been trying to speak to Lewis. Now, what company are you from again?
State Mercantile.
State Mercantile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so are you stating that you're a part of the state government?
No, not in any way. We're a company by the name of State Mercantile.
State Mercantile, but it infers some sort of government, doesn't it? It's like using the word...
No, it does not in any way. It only has the word state. That does not mean that it has anything to do with the government. We're a private company based in Brisbane. What can I do for you? Who am I speaking with? You're
speaking with Chris Coyle, and I'm Paul Father.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
You're speaking with Chris Coyle, and we were discussing with Lewis the matter about cash converters, and I was trying to explain to Lewis, who is very insistent that the matter is being dealt directly with cash converters, and the matter is we've made an arrangement to pay the amount as of this Wednesday.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Okay, you've identified yourself as Chris Coyle. However, Lewis has informed me that he specifically asked if this was Paul Coyle, and you answered yes. No,
Paul answered yes, and then he handed the phone over to me.
Oh, okay. So when between him putting you guys on hold, he gave you the mobiles. Is that correct? Is he there?
He gave the mobile to me. He gave them.
Give me proper authorization, because I can't speak to you with regards to this account.
Okay. Well, hang on. First of all, before we go much further, as I've been trying to say to you,
I'm right beside him, actually.
Okay, just a moment, please, Paul. As I've been trying to say to you. First of all, let's start off correctly and legally and lawfully.
So you want to start with legally? You want to start this off legally and lawfully? Then by all means, put Paul on the phone so he can give me authorization. I need your full name and your date of birth so that I'm able to speak to you. Because at this point,
okay. Well, let me try and explain
any details about this matter until I have proper authorization from Paul. So what's your full name and your date of birth?
Okay. Now, just a minute. Now I've got a few seconds, so let me notify you. Let me notify you that this call is being recorded for training and coaching purposes.
That's great.
Good.
That's fine. But So you need to put Paul on the phone and give me authorization.
I don't need to. What I've been trying to explain to you and Lewis is that we don't need to do any business with you because
but
we are...
for me to take any instructions from me, if you want me to heed any instructions from you, you need to get Paul to give me proper authorization. The simple
He doesn't have to give you authorization because we are not doing business with you.
All he needs to do is say yes to a question I ask him.
We are not doing business with you. Don't you understand? We're doing business directly with customers.
I'm not doing any business with you. Let's make this very, very clear, crystal clear. I'm not doing any business with you because you are not an authorized representative on this account.
Quite correct. And you are not authorized to deal with the account. Do you have the original note?
But I'm a representative of State Mercantile. I am very much authorized to this matter. So please put Paul on the phone.
Do you have the original note?
I can't help you. I'm not going to take instructions from a third party here.
Well, you're asking us to take instructions and give instructions to a third party. Do you have the original note?
I'm asking you to authorize yourself simply by giving the phone to Paul so
Do
you can answer yes
you
to a very
have the original note? Do you have the original note?
How hard is that, Christopher?
Do you have the original note?
I'm asking you.
I'm asking you. Do you have the original note?
So we can sort this all out.
Do you have the original note?
Sorry?
Do you have the original note?
Who?
You. Are you in possession? Why are you calling this household? Why are you calling the household?
I do not have instructions to speak to you, nor do I have authorization.
Why are you calling
speak to you about this matter?
this
Because you're not an authorized representative. I don't know how more clear you want me to be.
Why are you calling my son when you do not possess the original note?
Put him on the phone, authorize him so I can tell you.
He doesn't wish to do business with you because he's not doing business with you. He's doing business with station orders.
That's fine. If he doesn't want to speak to us, then authorize you so we can speak to you.
But don't you understand he doesn't want to do business with you because you have no business with him?
No, it's say yes to a simple, very simple question. I don't understand why we're making such a fuss about that. If he doesn't want to deal with us, just say yes to a question so that I can speak to you.
Are you aware that this conversation is going to be placed on YouTube?
Sorry?
Are you aware that this conversation is going to be broadcast worldwide?
Oh, really? Well, that's fabulous. That's great that I'm being broadcasted on YouTube. It's great. Now, put Paul on the phone. Otherwise, I'm going to disconnect the phone call in about 2 minutes simply because I have given you a way for us to discuss this rationally. But
you're calling Paul. You're calling Paul.
If not, I'm going to disconnect this phone call.
You're calling Paul.
This is not going anywhere.
You're calling Paul to discuss a financial matter with him that you don't even have possession of.
And you are refusing to give him the phone so I can speak to you if he doesn't want to speak to us.
Okay.
Paul, yeah, I'm Paul Coyle, yeah, point.
Paul Coyle?
Yes.
Now, what's your dad's full name, date of birth, Paul?
Not required.
Not required, but it's
It is not legally required. You don't legally require my date of birth.
If you want to be an authorized representative, Christopher, while you are listening in on this conversation, if you want to be an authorized representative...
Oh, no, is that a bet? Sorry, let's go to bet.
No. Are you asking... Hang on, who are you trying to talk to? You're asking for... Are you trying to speak to a person?
Date of birth, Christopher.
If you
want to be an authorized representative, I need your full name and your date of birth. That is what is legally required for me to speak to you.
What rubbish? What rubbish? You assume too much.
Are you making that claim?
I
didn't think so. You don't have any grounds at all. So, what is your date of birth? You want to speak to me? What's your date of birth?
I don't have to tell you what date my vessel was
thank you very much. It was
birthed.
great speaking to you, Christopher. If you got a pen and paper there by any chance, I'll give you my number. When you do feel like giving me a date of birth, that'd be great. You can call me back.
Do you realise that all of the way, your attitude and the way that you're speaking is going to be broadcast? You've given me authorization to do that.
Christopher, do you realise that by the sound of the tone of my voice, does it really matter? Does it sound like I really do care? All I care about is that you give me your date of birth so I can speak to you about this account. That's all I wanted to do.
And I asked you to prove your claim.
You're so reluctant to give me that.
I don't have to. I don't lawfully. Don't you understand? I don't lawfully have to. I don't lawfully have to. You are ringing a household and you are making a false claim.
you're making an unsubstantiated claim because you do not have the original note.
On what grounds, Christopher? On what grounds? You don't have any grounds to say that at all. So
do you? Well, because you, I have perfect legal grounds to say so because you have not told me whether you produced the original note. And she has hung up. Okay, there you go. These are people called State Mercantile. Yeah, State Mercantile. This is the way that they harass people, and enjoy this because I wouldn't recommend anyone doing any business with State Mercantile whatsoever. Okay, we'll end the recording.
And they're morons.